Hey everybody, it is February 9th, 2024, 2:31 p.m. at the time of this recording. I have up on the screen right now the chart of the human design new moon for this month, which is going to be at 5:57 p.m. Eastern time. I'm in Miami, Florida for February 9th, 2024. So this new moon is in Aquarius. It is at 21 degrees, so that's 20 degrees and some minutes of change. Because you cannot have a partial portion of a degree represented. Even if you have that little hair of a minute or second into the next degree, it's counted as the following degree. So we have 21 degrees of Aquarius, sun and moon conjunction to make this new moon in Aquarius today. Now, when we look at the human design gate that this is in, it's in gate 49, line 2. Now, the keynote for this from the definitive book of human design is the last resort. I am using the Neutrino Design app on this recording. I have a few amazing, all of my human design apps are amazing. And I'm going to showcase all of them going forward. This is the Neutrino Design app, and I really love it. The keywords that it uses are not the original raw keynotes, which is to say, which I am not a hater of new material that is not original raw material. I feel like there is an extreme value in the original material, and I actually kept my genetic matrix because it uses the original raw wording and keynotes in its descriptions. But I also appreciate getting a different perspective. So in the Neutrino Design app, the keynote given for gate 49, line 2 is patience. Different from the last resort, but similar. So the earth is exalted in this position, using all peaceful means to bring about change before resorting to more drastic measures, like a political activist who exhausts all diplomatic options before organizing a protest. Pluto's in detriment, pushing for change through aggressive or violent means without considering the potential consequences or seeking peaceful alternatives, like a revolutionary group that uses force without attempting diplomacy. So the 49th gate is a really important gate in human design. It is a part of the 1949 channel, which is a channel that is undergoing what they call mutation in human design. Now, that is a really deep subject that we're going to dive into more and more on this channel because I'm very interested in mutation as a concept and as a reality that we're all experiencing right now. I have in my own natal configuration gate 19, not 49. I have 19.1 in my own design. So I'm actually, to be honest with you, kind of afraid of 49. I mean, I have a healthy respect for the 49th gate. The gate of principles is what they call it here. And I've seen it called that elsewhere. It's also sometimes called the gate of marriage and divorce, because these are the tribal gates and the tribal channel that connects the root to the solar plexus. So how to endure with feelings in the tribe is through relationships that are either sexual, familial, or related to food or God. I mean, these basic tenets of human experience, eating, having sex, and worshiping, are so crucial and fundamental. I mean, if you don't have these gates at all, you don't feel these types of feels in any kind of way, even if you don't have these gates, to be a human being on the earth, you have to kind of experience hunger for both food, sex, and something greater than yourself. And that's what this channel is really about. The synthesis, the design of sensitivity. So let's read what it says here. The gate of principles is about establishing principles, rules, and boundaries within a community. This is a tribal gate. This is a tribal gate. That's my paraphrasing inclusion here. When someone doesn't follow those boundaries and principles, they are rejected from the community. This is sometimes also called the gate of rejection. This gate is also the gate of revolution, which pushes for revolution and change when an activity or behavior is not in accordance with the established higher principles, or when resources are distributed unjustly within the community. Gate 49 is all about who follows those principles and who does not. This is where revolutions begin against unjust authority. Gate 49's boundaries balance out Gate 19's push for unrestricted access to resources within a community. What Gate 19 says is, we are all one, whole within this community. Where 49 adds, only if one respects the principles and boundaries. So, my Aunt Beverly, who has passed on in earthly form but is with me always, used to always tell us when we were kids, and I always remember it and echo it to my own children, power in obedience, children. There's power in obedience. And it's true. Like, this whole thing of love, honor, and obey is found within the 1949. Within a few short moments, like I think 3 hours after the new moon, let's see. Nope, not that far ahead. Let's adjust this time frame here, because I think within 3 hours of this transit, this new moon, what we have is, a movement of Mercury into the 19th gate. So by that point, the sun will already have moved into the third line, but that doesn't matter. And the moon will still be in the 49th gate too, but in the fifth line. But later on tonight, we're going to have the moon, which in human design represents the driving force, go into the 19th gate, making a complete channel for the entire collective of this 1949. So watch out tonight for 1949 type events, situations, harbingers. This is a new moon, so the entire month is going to be seeded by these moments that we're having now and this energy that we're having now. So 19 is all about what we need and getting our basic tribal needs met. Where we sleep, where we eat, where we do all those basic things. And 49 is the hierarchical leader of that tribal wave. So it's the first gate that we experience in the solar plexus after the new year. This is a very fundamental energy. And all of us are being asked, how are our basic needs being met? What do we need to do to assure that we are in line with acting in such a way that our basic needs can and should and will be met by those that we expect to meet those needs? So the solar plexus has a lot of issues with expectations. The 49 is in the solar plexus. All the emotional gates in the solar plexus freak out about expectations. They do. I mean, more than any of the other gates, they freak out about expectations. It causes nervousness, the whole thing about the emotional wave. It's like, if you can let go of your expectations in any measure when dealing with the solar plexus, you're actually going to be highly advantaged. So anyway, guys, I know this has been kind of an all over the place little new moon ditty, but we'll talk more as the cycle goes. And good luck to you all. I hope that you're all feeling supported and nourished and loved and maybe even worshipped in some capacity. That would be cool.